It's gonna be my Margiela shoes. It's not gonna be all because as you can hear, there's a lot of echo. My place is quasi-empty. But I still got some, if not most, of my Margiela shoe collection to share with you today before they all go to storage. Fun fact. I am going to start off with my oldest that have the circle on the number 1 and they don't have the back white stitching, and these are from 2005. What we can learn is that prior to 2005 or 2006, line 22 didn't exist, but these are the after party pumps. These are basically new, but they are meant to look like you trashed them and you had a wild night out. And that's how they look the morning after. These are one of my favorite shoes by Martin. I'm going right into my tabbies. These are vintage. These do have the number 22 on the bottom and the white stitch on the back. But these are old. They don't have the Maison Martin Margiela next to the numbers, but the number 22 is circled, which makes me think these are from somewhere around 2007-ish. They are darkened on the edges. White leather, very Margiela. Then we've got 2007 prototypes. These are the first prototypes of the clear Cinderella moment. Paper on top of the leather, and there's still some barely noticeable because passage of time, pencil marks and some annotations, dimensions that this should have. It says crystal. Back in the days when I started my ventures on eBay, I saw the pump prototypes, but those said plexi. I lost them, I never got to snag them. When I saw those at the exhibition in the Margiela COLLECTION, that's when I knew that they went to a good home and they're in good hands. Martin's hands. I kind of healed missing on those, but then a few months after this popped on eBay, they're here and I'm very, very proud. Sandal boot from that iconic collection with the Incognitos Spring Summer 2008. The sweet version of the short and lilac-y versus the thigh-high. These are basically pants. My legs are a bit too wide for them to go all the way to my crotch. These are pants, basically. Fall-winter 2008. These are grape colored leather and they are faded on the front, so the pink comes through. These are so comfortable. These are also some of my favorite Margiela. These are paper and they are $11 bills. They bring a lot of joy. So Marie Kondo, I'm not getting rid of these. Never. The last Martin Margiela runway show had these. These are not the collector's item. There's a pair that is significantly higher and says collector's item. Those are unwearable. These are wearable. I've worn them already. I kind of regret doing so, but then at the same time I don't. To match, I've got the red Barbie oversized pumps. Because these are patent, they feel sticky. That also happened with a pair of Marc Jacobs shoes that I have. Patent leather is tricky. I don't know how I feel about that. Well, I feel sad because I am afraid they're going to start peeling off. These are from the 2009 runway show, spring summer, and they don't have the Maison Martin Margiela. When you see a shoe that says Maison Martin Margiela, that means Martin was no longer there. And we'll see the repeated trend of me getting things in pairs. The Yeeha boots I've worn a lot. There's something weird about this pair. This one does have the stitch on the back and this one doesn't. They are a different shade. See, these are more purple and these are more blue. I don't know. Dark horse moment. I've used these in the worst places. I am guilty of that. I remember walking through the countryside and thinking, these were Martin's last runway show shoes, and here I am, probably ruining them. But no, they're still alive. they're well. There's something about Margiela shoes, they have a particular smell. I am after the t-shirt that matches these printed suede boots. This shoe last from Martin Margiela in number 37 is the perfect shoe for me. Like, not even because they are cute and fun and all that, but my foot really loves them. I can walk without thinking that I'm wearing high heels. This is my favorite shoe foot situation. Paper bag shoes from 2010, I think. They are very well constructed. Again, the same shoe structure. Perfect, I love them. I've worn them a lot, but not enough. This is fall winter 2008. Nail heel. These do not have the Maison Martin Margiela, again, prior to him leaving. They recycled for last year the heel. I've never worn these because I knew other girls who owned these shoes and the heel will come off. I prefer to keep them as a masterpiece, a work of art. The hoofs. I think that if these were the taller version, the structure will be more noticeable. They are perfect. I can walk without thinking. This heel really makes me stand taller, but they're comfortable. I don't know what they did. Who's behind this perfection? I don't know. There's this inner structure that keeps this from collapsing. For me as a designer, this is like, how did they do this? And how did they convince their manufacturer? How? Why? Thank you. One of my favorite items in my collection don't have the Martin Margiela underneath the numbers. These are knitted sandals. There was an exhibition in Japan by Marina Faust, who is a big friend, practically family member of Maison Martin Margiela, and her exhibition had a lot of shoes covered in moire. If you saw part 1, you'd see me wearing a spring-summer 13 dress, and these are the shoes that I was talking about. These are not Martin's creation, but they are cool nonetheless. I mean, I love them. They're so comfortable and they're so cute. These are like Cinderella, but not, you know. These were covered in mud. They are made to look as if the sole has detached, but I took them to the cobbler to get them fixed because I wear these a lot, and they tried to clean them. I have no words. The cone heel. These are very monochromatic, but another pair that had the metal heel that looks very edgy and sharp and like, don't mess with me. I've got a weapon. I'm not afraid to use it. If only I'd been wearing these at the time that I got mugged. The amount of times that I've been walking down the street and somebody tells me, your heel has attached, lady, please don't, or you're gonna fall. That happened. Not that dramatically, but it happened. And they again recycled this heel and brought it into a pointy toe revival. I know I prefer the square toe. This is a beautiful illusion. This is one of my favorite utilitarian pairs of boots. These are from the replica line. These are very vintage. Another utilitarian pair of boots are these that have seen better days. They are very masculine and I love them. They are like a very subtle, don't mess with me. Another shoes that I've worn to death, elastic brogues, but I got the replacement and now these are looking battered as well. I've worn them a lot, but they serve different purposes now. From the same collection, I believe, are these. What happens whenever I'm wearing Margiela is the audacity of people being concerned for my well-being. I know I look insane, but it's a choice. These brought up concerns. Did I fall? Why did my shoes scratched? Am I okay? And I'm like, yeah, this is how they come. It was the first time I was wearing them and I got that comment and I was like, thank you, but no thank you. I've dreamt of owning these because I never got them during the season they came out. And the ones that I love are the knee-high boots, black and with this cutout. These are so cool because from one side they look like a booty and from the other side, these are so sexy. Again, These are so comfortable. These are my size, a 37, and my feet loves them. Of course, I tend to get things in pairs, and I have a Lips boots and the pumps. They have this half moon arch. Guess what? Spring summer 2020 has these again. I mean, are they not creative? Why are they bringing up classics? These are from 2010. The love, the obsession, the things that these shoes make me feel. I have no words. They are so sexy. A shoehorn in a heel and plexi. I wore them once just to take some photos, but I never like really gone out. These are so heavy and this is very fragile looking. They're probably not fragile, but I feel they're fragile. I just admire them. These collection was one of my favorites from Lizzie. I really loved what they were doing. They felt edgy, they felt aggressive. These are starting to peel off and there's metallic underneath. There were some other versions that are like silver scratch, but these are more pristine. They're so comfortable. Again, I've walked miles on them and they're still going strong. Customs or whomever decided not to give me my shoes. I had purchased the pump version because I love Margiela take-on pumps. They're always weird, unexpected, and in a way sexy. In my eyes, they are sexy. So I got the black pumps with the little cutout heel and they never came. Later on I got the boots. They look like Jenga, right? Like they just... I know a thing or two about shoe manufacturing and construction. These are quite special because there's like a structure underneath and there's this covering white leather on top that is just the final detail of like nailing. If the nails come off, the shoe is not going to fall apart because they are constructed in a way that it blows my mind how they do this. My Cinderella moment really comes through with these pool sandals. These are 35. They were on sale, so I felt like I had to. I just can't. If I try to get my foot inside, I get bruises everywhere else in my body because it's adventure. Of course they are new. They're just for show and for collectors. Like I don't need to wear them all out to feel accomplished. Is that what this collection is about? Illusion, wedges, a lady on the streets, a tramp on the sheets. That's what I get with these. It's like, oh, I'm very conservative, but then I'm not. Plot twist. They are so comfortable. Again, the same shoe, toe, and heel height that my feet loves. I find them so sexy, even more sexy than the obvious red sole. I find the white stitching more alluring, mysterious, and that like gives me all of the feelings inside. Oof. Fall winter 13. These are cement cover boots with a graffiti. I worn them a couple of times. One day I was getting them off my feet and I was covered in little cement thingies. And that's when I realized if I really love these, I better protect them from myself. These are Maison Margiela. I do not support Maison Margiela. I don't, because I'm a snob. I'm sorry. But these are really good. They have these little fringes. This is sexy. I find this to be creative, not pulling from the archive saying it's new for all new audience. I have my opinions. To end this in a positive light, my wedding Margiela satin tabi heels. What can I say? These are the perfect wedding shoes. I won't get married anytime soon, but if I were to get married, a beautiful vintage Thierry Mugler suit, that would be my wedding outfit. I might just marry myself. Thank you so much for watching. Next part will be clothes. There will be a last part of remaining accessories, shoes, and clothes. It's a lot. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!